All right, bam. So you want Olympic level focus and productivity. That's what we're going to be dialing into today. We're going to be taking care of our strategies first. So I'm going to go over what the strategy is here, how we can be productive, what it's going to look like. And I figured since it's, the Winter Olympics just finished up, we're going to kind of play off that Olympic theme. And honestly, as someone that's worked with Olympic athletes, that's trained like an Olympic athlete to be a professional fighter and working with them, I can tell you this is the type of strategies and techniques that they are using across the board. And what we're doing is intentional blocks of productivity and focus. So, what we're going to set up is a 20-minute productivity sprint. We're going to follow that with a 3-minute kind of rest period or transitionary task period. And then we're going to go into a secondary intentional work block. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up a timer. I'm going to also be using my smartwatch here to use the Pomodoro timer for those of you that won't be able to see my screen share here. And we're going to do 20-minute timer here. I'll pull up that and we'll share it. So we're getting it going. And again, with that being said, the goal, what I would set is before every training session, when I would kind of look at from a martial arts, from a sparring, from a fighting perspective, even going into jujitsu, is setting a very clear intention. And what I mean by that is knowing exactly what you're working on. You don't know what, let's say, the instructor is going to have you focus on for that day, but you could say, hey, I want to intentionally get 10 reps or hit this live X many times or some version of that. So here, what the point is, we're going to set an intention. My intention is to have 3 checkpoints. I'm going to go through my tasks for the day. I believe I have 5. I'm going to intentionally check off 3 of my 5 tasks in this first productivity sprint. So if you're not sure, that's the first thing I would start with is take 1 to 3 minutes here and just get clear on the intention you're setting for the next 20 minutes. If you don't have a plan or anything like that to help guide you, maybe that's something to invest in, or maybe that's something you do for your activity is first getting a system in place that allows you to get organized. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is I took care of that and reach out to some corporate contracts too. Today, which is the 3rd. And again, if you guys have questions while we're going through this, just let me know in the chat. I'll be checking the chat and the comments sporadically through this workflow. Let's see if I can do screen share here on TikTok too. I'm always wondering if I'm able to. Also, just to keep everyone a heads up, we have our office hours tonight. I'm going to be going over into why it's so important to focus on recovery. And I'm going to honestly be very specifically speaking to my men out there, and very specifically, I thought I'd do a special on divorced dads. Like that's a very unique, particular type of stress that you might be going through that obviously I have personal experience with. And I thought I'd be very specific on the talking point. This came up yesterday during our body doubling session that one of the clients I got to help was a divorced dad and just turning him into, his words, not mine, a unit, as it were, which I actually love that kind of like positioning. And again, I don't exclusively just work with dads in the bigger umbrella of LOF. We work with pretty much everybody, but what I've found to be very effective is to saying, hey, we have specific messaging for specific pieces of content or series or programs. And this particular program and content series I'm going to talk about tonight is specifically for divorced dads and men with like high stress. So the strategies around that, the information we share is going to be like kind of catered to that. So you can join that live, or again, you can catch the replay. And also we have, speaking of replays, we have our lifestyle retreat replay available now. You can get it for $100. It covers workshops from fitness, yoga, mindset, breathing, resiliency, and a variety of topics even in between. We have over 10 workshops that are in that replay that you'll be able to have access to. And you can leverage your HSA for that, your FSA. We even have some options for insurance reimbursement for that. You can talk to us and just shoot us an email or a message, and I'll gladly walk you through that if you have questions. Just bring that. I'll check the comments. Good morning, Dina. What's going on? Good on. How we doing? Hey, hey. So we got one down. All right, cool. Got it. Boom. First task already done. That's a big thing too. I would recommend on these is celebrate your task done. So it's even like in, let's say, the Olympic comparison analogy is they will study film and they will break down their film. They'll not only look at where might they have made a mistake, but also where did they do it well and what contributed to that and what did that feel like. So knowing, hey, where's this working for me and how do I do more of that? Doubling down on what's working and being able to refine where there might have been a challenge or a mistake becomes really impactful as well. So celebrate when you're getting tasks done is my point. I literally just got a task done, so I'm celebrating it with y'all. I'll pull up my other task list here. Let's go through here. Okay. Let's go back to this one. It's on the 17th. Oh, sorry, that was last week. Do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just review, go back to task. At this point, we're just gonna do a weekly, 1 week green task. All right, we're just at almost the halfway mark. We got about 10 more minutes in this sprint. And what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Ronaldo? Let me know if I'm saying that right. Hey, hey, how we doing? I see you. So again, we got the last 10 minutes. coming up for our first round. And again, the whole point of this is getting things done. So if you're challenged with productivity, getting stuff done, this is for you. I would save this, come back to it. And the whole point here is we're intentionally laying out 1 to 3 tasks that we're doing for this 20-minute window, checking them off one by one. And then when you're doing them, celebrate. Let me know in the comments, like, got a task done, we got this done, or just even celebrate in your own like personal kind of environment here. But that becomes a really impactful one that I've seen from working with, again, high performance, from Olympic athletes to professional world champion fighters to like MLB, NFL, and everything in between. Celebrate the task, study the footage, and be able to share and be open to reviewing. Let's see if I have to get it. Nice. What's up, gift cards? I see you, Chevy. Let's see if we got any questions here. Bring it on over to some of our suggestions. Yeah, we got that sleep pillow. Yo, let me just tell you, that thing's so cozy. Okay. Here. What you got for me, Alexander? Okay. Let's see if we got questions. Let's see what you got here, TikTok. I got you. Yes, I got you. I got you. Don't get too crazy now. I got you on TikTok. I see those likes rolling. I got you. Also, hit me with questions too. I'll give you a good boy right now, but I'm curious to see if you actually have a question. I always like to add value for you. I'll get some stuff done or get a task done and celebrate it. Let me know in the chat if you get a task done. I got you with the validation. Love me the live stream and interactions. It's always so fun. I was saying this yesterday with my buddy Rob and one of our clients, Nick, who's also a friend of mine. And he's the one that actually gave me the idea of like, yeah, I should lean into like divorced dads and just like reclaiming and empowering themselves, because that's like definitely clients that I have served. And that was myself a couple years back. And yeah, we're actually exploring just how to like add some nuance to that. Okay. Hola, ¿cómo está? How we doing? What's up, Three? We're getting down just under we're almost at the 6-minute mark. 6 more minutes on this productivity sprint. How we doing? Okay. do? Let's reorder this. So, get those bands. Let's see what else we got here. Boom, 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 boom. Where are we going on time? We got 3 minutes left here, y'all. All right, got that on 10 off. Okay. pretty much right at time. We got what 30 seconds. Look at that. Perfect. Got my whole task list. Out of the 5 things, we actually got all 5 done. So I think I'm gonna, for the second sprint, get a little lofty here. Okay, cool. Let's bring that down. So here, the time is up. We're gonna reset the timer here. So this is the cool part to the Pomodoro style, right? Is we're gonna now take a little break. We're gonna take 3 minutes. And that's the whole point of, even when we talk about, like, let's say Olympians, for example, or elite level, like high performers. Oh, what's going on, Keith? What's cracking? Cool. Thanks for the share. Sounds like a lot of words. So, being able to kind of break down this, like, so we did a sprint, right? Now we're taking a little bit of a break. Now we're not just going to kind of sit here. We're going to do something that's going to help in the transition from a productivity block to the next productivity. So the 2 things I like to do is do some breathing and do some stretching and movement. I'm going to change some lighting here so you can kind of see. First thing we're going to do is take our one hand, put it on our chest. Second hand, put it on our belly button. I'm just going to take some nice deep breaths here. The goal is to do diaphragmatic breathing, which is a fancy way of saying you're not just breathing through your stomach, but you're using your diaphragm muscle, which is underneath your lungs, and it kind of goes down as it expands, which pulls more oxygen into the bottom portion of your lungs. And when it contracts, it concaves up and gets more air out. So that's why your stomach and your belly button should expand out. So however long we inhale through our nose, we're trying to exhale twice as long. Let's do one more here. Now what we're going to do is a little bit of like neuro flossing or like neuro gliding. So we're going to have both our hands pointing up, reaching out at our side, both palms facing up. I'm going to exhale, turn my right hand down while I turn my head to the left. Inhale, come back to the center. And then I'm going to exhale, turn my head to the right, turn my left hand down. Do that one more time. All right, now just kind of shake it out. So we got, what, about 30 seconds left here. And we're going to take those 30 seconds to get ourselves kind of situated and get ready for our second round of a productivity sprint. And again, we're going to do another 20-minute sprint round. So we're going to do 20 minutes on the clock, focusing on productivity. Again, getting task lists done, checked off. And again, the cool thing is, if you're catching the replay of this or you're catching it live, you can always save this and follow along on your own time, or you can do your own style of this. Get a Pomodoro timer on, whether it's Amazon, TikTok, whatever shop you're kind of like on, or you like to get your stuff from. That's why I like the watch that I have, because it has a Pomodoro timer built into it, but you can also just get your own in a variety of different ways. So, all right, we're going to reset here. We're going to add 20 minutes onto the clock, and we're rocking. I got the clock rocking. 20 minutes, round 2. And again, as you get stuff done, let me know in the comments in the chat. Celebrate. I'll share with you as I'm getting stuff done. And really my goal, my intention set for this 20 minutes is right now kind of like focusing on 2 main areas. We have our coaching, and the way we deliver our coaching is we have our regular like premium, like you can just pay cash for our coaching. We also have an insurance model now. So I've kind of did all the tasks related to insurance. The secondary piece we work with is we work with corporations to be able to reach more people. So for example, I've had clients in Microsoft that'll use their health stipend to kind of pay for their coaching. So I'm reaching out to actually different corporations and companies that are in my network or that I have contacts through, and trying to, again, explore corporate contracts. So this is a long way to say, if you actually work for, let's say, Microsoft or Boston Consulting Group or a bigger company, and you either have a health stipend or you'd like to see LOF and myself and the team be able to offer coaching or bring in health programs to your organization, let me know. I'd love to like explore collaborating. But now it's time to get back to the work and just like reaching out to some of our peeps. Okay. Let's see, who's the last person? So we're pretty much caught up. Let's do a little pulse check. I just got another task done. So let's check to see any questions are coming in. Anything we got. All right, we're already 5 minutes down, y'all. Let's get it. Let's see. do you got over here? Because it's founded publishing pre-recorded content. I guess I can't just do these bodybuilding sessions anymore. It's too slow paced. Noted, Amazon. Noted. Gotta be more engaged. Interesting. Let's see. We got just about 5 minutes left, y'all. 5 minutes.
All right, well, that is going to do it. That is our second round. Made it through our productivity sprint. All right, I'm going to close everything out here and we will get things wrapped up. Kudos to everybody for, again, making it happen, being able to take some time, get some productivity done. I pretty much got through all of the tasks that I wanted to, so that's a win. Hopefully you got some tasks done. If you did, if you didn't, kudos for just showing up here for whatever period of time you did. And if you found this valuable, save it. You can circle back to it. Make sure you're following, subscribing, all that good stuff. And again, I will be live tonight for our office hours going over how we want to focus on recovery if we're not recovering. Specifically, I'm going to be like catering things to my divorced dads out there. Going through that, it can be extremely taxing, extremely overwhelming. So I want to be mindful of that and give you guys some supportive kind of tidbits, as it were. And with that being said, we'll wrap it up from here. Cheers, y'all.